Welcome to Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I'm here doing the Shoals Fest festival, thanks to the invitation of Mr. Jason Isbell, which I thank him for. Last night had a great show at the Shoals Fest. It was a wonderful experience, and just hearing all that great music. Amanda Shires was there, Lucinda Williams, Jason Isbell did a fantastic set along with his 400 unit. It was an amazing experience. And I did a Farmer Jason show last night, of all things. It was big fun, big fun. Muscle Shoals, as most of you know, holds a preeminent place in the pantheon of modern music. In the late 60s and into the 70s, so much great music was recorded here. Hundreds and hundreds of albums. So many gold records that you can hardly count them all or list them all. There's two studios here, the Muscle Shoals sound studio that you just saw and the Fame studio. Both of them were sort of centered on a rhythm section called the Swampers. I'm going to have to read this, sorry. The Swampers consisted of David Hood on bass, who was Patterson Hood's father from the Drive-By Truckers, Jimmy Johnson on guitar, Roger Hawkins on drums, and Barry Beckett on keyboards. Now, my connection with Muscle Shoals comes through Barry Beckett. In 1989, Jason and the Scorchers recorded our Thunder and Fire record with Barry Beckett as the producer. And it was an amazing experience working with Barry. He was sort of like a musical Buddha, both in a physical appearance and in his whole demeanor. He just had this calming presence, but it was a real deep thing going on with Barry. When he was in the studio, there was a special thing happening when Barry was around. It was undeniable. He also was a really gigantic fellow. He was just a big, big man. And he used to, when he recorded with us, and I believe he did this with pretty much everybody he recorded with, he didn't sit out in the control booth when they were cutting the tracks, when the musicians were cutting their tracks. He would go out to the studio, and in the studio room with the musicians, and he sort of sat there with his headphones on, and he would just kind of be grooving to the music as the basic tracks were made, the drums, bass, and guitars. If he really got excited about what was happening, if we were really hitting a groove on one of the tracks, he would stand up and sort of start marching. It was the most fantastic thing to see this giant of a guy, this legend of American music, sort of marching along to our track. I especially remember he did that on Bible in a Gun, when he got Bible in a Gun. He was really into that track. And, I remember afterwards he said, "That song is a mother F you," that word. It was just a great experience working with Barry. So I think now I'll do one of my favorite songs that was recorded here in Muscle Shoals. And I believe the story goes that Keith Richards actually wrote this song right here in Muscle Shoals. He wrote it right here in Muscle Shoals. Then they recorded it. They also recorded during that session Brown Sugar, I believe, as well. So a pretty productive session. Wild Horses and Brown Sugar in the same session here at Muscle Shoals, Alabama. So I'll give it a whirl now. I need to kind of make this short because it's raining a lot here in Muscle Shoals this weekend, and I'm going to get a little bit of I'm going to get this barnstorming episode done before I get rained out. Childhood living is easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Why no sweeping exits or off the stage lines will make me feel bitter, will treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday. I know I've dreamed you sin and a lie. I've got my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday. Right here where that song was recorded, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. All the best to you folks. And I'm gonna go dodge some raindrops and get to my show at Shoals Fest.